just so that one side you have some information. So my name is Mitar Milutinovic. I'm from WLAN Ljubljana Wireless Network. It is a little bit maybe different than others in the sense that we started like mesh network with the idea that we would that people will join us because they don't have internet, and we connect and we will share internet and so on. And then we noticed that in Ljubljana everybody has internet already, and that they have fiber, 20 megabits up and down for 14 euros. And it is hard to beat that. So then we changed last year at the beginning the concept that because you have 20 megabit uplink, downlink at your home, for 14 euros you can share that because you don't use it. You very rarely use it. And because you move around, you are not home all the time, you can share, and then if everybody do that, we do this, we will have access to the internet everywhere. Of course, this is not just access to internet, it is still principally a wireless network, so everything connects. All clients, everybody who connects to the network is still has internal IP, but can see each other and can share data, content, services, whatever. So it's a really open wireless network in the sense that everybody can join, connect. You just open your wireless, your laptop, connect to the network, and you get splash screen, but not with ads, but just to inform you that it is on purpose open network. You press next, and you are on the network. So for this, so the problem was somehow small number of people actively participating. As I said, the reason is that there was no motivation for like internet connecting for yourself, and then people didn't really join us. But this, when we turned around the idea, like you have internet, you can share it, was better than the other way. That's interesting. So we currently in this 1 year got 50 nodes, so 50 people, a little bit less, some of them operate multiple, are sharing their uplinks for other people without any other reason except to be able to share. This has drawbacks in the sense that the community of active people is smaller, but we developed then some technological means which try to counteract this, like node database system, node watch I will present later on the summit. So we are trying to fix this with technology, which is not the best solution because still there we need people who will help other people, who will teach other people and so on. So this is somehow a problem in our network. So we have uplinks, we have people who would like to set up nodes. We don't have enough people who will go and share their knowledge to them and help them set up nodes. So this is somehow a problem, still, which is hard to solve. But luckily, still, on some smaller areas, it's hard to find enough people. But what happened now, this is the new thing, is that people from all around Slovenia started joining us, and so we are enlarging this now network to be bigger and to be around Slovenia. So what is happening now is that Ljubljana is spreading to Maribor, Novogorica, and rural areas. So luckily, in the future, we will mostly hear about WLAN Slovenia and WLAN Ljubljana just about a smaller part of this bigger network. This means also that new volunteers come, so we got a few guys who are not doing on hardware stuff, because mostly we did only software things. We came from a computer science side, now we have also electric engineering. So this is something what is happening now, and I think it is great. What else? Yeah, so we are doing really this thing on volunteer basis. We don't have any clear funding or ways or idea how to sustain everything. We are even not a formal organization, we are just initiative. So the idea is that we put the idea in the air and then people can connect. So the network is not from anybody, it is just an idea. And whoever can connect. So we have like connecting universities, we have different tech labs, organizations connecting to the network, and they're building network, like internet. Internet is not from a concept, not something that it will be ownership of somebody. And similar is here. So what we are not doing is maybe doing, we'll do a formal organizations will then have like buying bigger number of people, bigger equipment, and at the same time, so getting lower prices and similar. But in general, the network is not operated by any entity. It is just really group of people and organizations. So this is it, just a taste. If you'll be in the Ljubljana, you are welcome to connect to it, use it. Yes, this is also what I think we would like to add and maybe get knowledge is content. So we would like to build the content in the network. This is, I think, the most, is the most important difference between mobile networks of mobile operators and wireless networks is that when you connect with two mobile phones to the mobile operator, you cannot send file from one mobile phone to other mobile phone. You have to go to the internet and then get that. In wireless networks, this is not true. Or it is true because everybody does it like this, access point and NAT and so on, but it doesn't. It shouldn't be like this. So you should be able to connect directly and then push data and content in it. So if you have a wireless network, you can have then zero content discovery, and you can get content from everybody. So I don't know, we could have a node on in the bar which would give the internet to the people, and then at the same time this bar owner could push its content like menus or whatever into the network, and then when you would surf over the network, because it is a mesh network, you would get with auto discovery content locally aware. So you wouldn't go to the GPS and get where we are, you would physically surf the network because it would be on one point and another point and another point. And we think this is the somehow future, but it's possible with such approach, so that feel content in this way that there is no really authority in this, but everybody can push it, like the same as internet. It is what we were doing for a long time now.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. And questions?
I think we have time for one question.
Yeah.
Some of your nodes are solar powered?
Yeah, we did one node which is solar powered. Yeah, and because it is also a mesh network, this means that it is completely independent. It is on the roof. Maybe just picture for.
You have documentation on that?
Yeah, we have everything. It is here's solar here. So here you have pictures how it looks like. Then you have our node watcher node database page, which shows how it behaves. What's interesting here, because we have this system node database, and it is easily extendable, that we added porting of the solar panel and behavior to the system, so you can get all this data in the system and display. I will open this tab later on, which when it loads. And then we have also some documentation, which is in Slovenia. And I think this part is in English. Yeah. So this part how we communicate with the solar node and our node system. Yeah, and we developed a driver for the solar regulator, which is also open source. So if you want, you can use it. It is a small Linux program. Okay. Just we have some problems with internet in this.
How big is the panel and does it
Okay, so
is it big enough for 24/7 operation?
yeah. So okay, so here is the graph. You can see how it imports the. Okay, so as well, but this is the other top I will have. So this is now the solar panel, and we can like see yearly operation. So here was the winter, and the battery solar was okay. The battery froze, and then we didn't, because it was on the high roof, we didn't go up until April, and then we fixed it. So and during and during the year it's really 24 hour. So here then it dropped it. So yeah, it is a problem. But, so during the winter in Slovenia it is still not enough. And it is around 50 watts. But it is an XCS which is consuming much more than it would be necessary to consume.
And you give a talk on this.
On the whole system of not on solar, but I could also talk a bit with this. Yeah.
Great.
Okay.